Now we're going to slide down each toe. Rotate each toe 3 times in both directions. Sometimes this work can be done from a rolling stool as well, although Pam is demonstrating really excellent body mechanics, using her body so she doesn't get tired. But remember that you can use the rolling stool for this as well. Slide down each toe. Rotate each toe 3 times in both directions. This may be a good time to sit in a rolling stool if you have one, or just a stool. Pam chooses to do this in a standing position, and notice that her body mechanics are set so that she doesn't tire easily. Now we're going to place one hand under the heel and the other hand grasping her foot below the toes, and we're going to rotate the foot 3 times in each direction. Now we're going to complete the leg massage, this sequence, with a few more strokes from the ankle to the hip, front and back. Some nice effleurage strokes. Nice relaxing finish to the leg sequence. Do that about 2 or 3 times and give the leg a nice little gentle vibrating shake on the way down to end the sequence with a little gentle tug at the end on the ankle. Now we will go to the other leg and repeat the same sequence. Having moved to the other leg, we again will start from the knee to the hip, using long effleurage strokes from the knee to the hip several times. And we're going to repeat that same movement to the back of the leg. Now, using your open palms, make wide circles in opposing directions from the knee to the hip, also working under the thigh and stroke in the same manner and direction. Now we're going to be using our thumbs, making small alternate circles from the knee to the hip, getting a little bit more focused on the muscles in a more microcosmic manner. Paying attention to closer attention to detail. Now we're going to down to the lower part of the leg, and we're going to effleurage from the ankle to the hip, avoiding direct pressure on the knee. And we're going to effleurage from the back of the calf up to the hip. And we're going to be gradually working deeper, but not going too deep. Sometimes using a compression stroke might work here, depending on the sensitivity of the client. So Pam, why don't you show us a little compression stroke up the leg as an alternate to effleurage, because some people find effleurage, pregnant women find effleurage very sensitive. to fluid retention, so we're going to try a little bit of compression just as an alternative if the person is especially sensitive to the long gliding strokes. Sometimes it irritates the tissues. Thank you, Pam. Now we're going to go to the foot. Lift the leg a few inches and cup your left hand under her heel. Slide your right hand along the Achilles tendon toward you. Alternate with the left hand in a flowing motion. Repeat this several times. The ankle should be loose and flexible. This feels really good on the Achilles. Now we're going to put the leg down to the original position. Place both thumbs on the top of the foot, below the toes, and with your index fingers on the sole of the foot. Since the feet and ankles are probably the most edematous, take special care to begin the treatment lightly. Stroke downward with the pressure of your thumbs at the top of the foot. On the upstroke, the pressure is on the sole of the foot. And repeat that in a fluid, gliding manner. And be sure to end with a downstroke. You can do this several times. This feels really good. Now we're going to slide down to the toes. Rotate toes 3 times in both directions, just like we did on the other foot. This helps loosen up the tendons. Nice joint mobilization. Very relaxing for the client. I think Kim's asleep. Now we're going to go down and rotate the feet. Place one hand under the heel, the other hand grasping her foot below the toes, and rotate the foot 3 times in each direction. And after we do that, we're going to complete the leg massage sequence with a few more strokes from the ankle to the hip, front and back, with a nice, gentle, vibrating stroke. And when we're done with that, we're going to do a nice, gentle tug at the ankle, and we'll be done with the leg stroke. After we finish the leg sequence, we have already put a pillow underneath the knees, and so her legs are elevated and the swelling should be appreciably reduced. And also wiggling the toes or the fingers and ankles also stimulates absorption of the fluid. The massage treatment to reduce swelling of the arm and hand is based on the same principle as the leg-foot massage, that is, to facilitate drainage of the excess fluids. You begin the massage at the part of the limb closest to the trunk, which is the proximal end, and work farther down the limb to the portion of the extremity farthest from the trunk, which is the distal end. The direction of the stroke is always toward the trunk. Now, the arm massage can be done seated or side-lying, following the same sequence and strokes as the same leg massage. Substituting upper arm for thigh and forearm for calf. Make sure you massage all around the limb just as you did for the leg. The hand massage is only slightly different from the foot massage. Using your thumb, massage the space between each bone on the top of the hand. Having done that, slide down each finger and rotate each finger 3 times in both directions as we did with the toes. Speaking of edema, we need to talk about progesterone. is secreted during pregnancy, and it increases the sodium excreted by the kidneys. Excessive salt and sodium should be avoided. Lay off the salt, in other words. Follow a nutritious, balanced diet, including salt in moderation. Drink at least 8 glasses of water daily. Vitamin B6 in conjunction with vitamin B complex is helpful to reduce water retention. 25 to 50 milligrams daily are all you need. Also, soaking your hands and feet is relaxing and soothing and reduces the swelling. And half a cup of Epsom salts to 2 cups of boiling water. Add that in and let the salt dissolve, and then add it to the warm water in your basin. The water level should be up to your ankles. If you want to bathe in the salts, add 2 cups of salts to 4 cups of boiling water to your bath water. So it's a nice little helpful hint to help reduce edema along with in-between massages. So now we're going to turn the hand over, palm facing up. Make small alternate circles on the mother's palm. Be sure to support her hand underneath your fingers and do this a few times. Also, some gentle stretching. You can gently press each finger back and stretching it carefully. That feels very good for joints of the fingers. And also if she has swelling and edema in her hands, it helps reduces that swelling and edema as well. Now we're going to complete the sequence with an arm massage, and that's just some effleurage from the wrist on up into the shoulder, the back of the arm, and back down. We're going to do that a few times, and we'll be finished with this particular part of the massage. And then we're going to go to the other arm and repeat the same sequence again. Now, having moved to the other arm, we're going to start again. Using your thumb, massage the space between each bone on the top of the hand. This feels really good on those extensors and flexors that come down into the hand, and also helps reduce edema in the process. Now we're going to slide down to each finger, and we're going to rotate each finger 3 times in both directions. Remember that we don't use a lot of pressure. It's based on the same principle as the leg-foot massage, reducing swelling of the arm and hand. And we're going to facilitate drainage of the excess fluid in the arms and hands. Sometimes a pregnant woman is so full of fluid that they can barely move their fingers. So this really helps facilitate movement and drainage. Now we're going to turn the hand over, palm facing up. Make small alternate circles on the mother's palm, supporting her hand underneath your fingers. We're going to do a nice gentle stretching of the palm and the hands, coming down into the fingers and stretching out the fingers as well. Now we're going to move up into the arm, doing the gentle effleurage strokes up into the shoulder and back down again, getting the back of the arm as well as the front of the arm and supporting her arm as you go. And also, if you want to, you can use some of the stretches that we've learned in the Swedish for the arms. That feels particularly good as well. Now we're going to concentrate on the face and the scalp and the neck. We're going to talk about headaches. Hormonal changes may cause headaches as well as sinus congestion, constipation, and emotional stress. We want the client to lie down and prop the pillow